I got really low like that. My butt came down and hit the ground. My knees collapsed inward. If you play Ultimate Frisbee, mobility training can reduce pain and improve your health, but it can also lead to improvements on the field in your performance. I'm gonna share a quick personal story about it, and then I'm gonna show you 3 things that you can do to improve hip mobility to help you on the field. So I was at Masters Nationals this year, and in a big game, I was playing dump defense. And I like to get low and wide so that I can powerfully change positions and react quickly. But in this position, my offensive player made a cut back, and it kind of tricked me for a moment, so I slid out a little bit. I got really low like that. My butt came down and hit the ground. My knees collapsed inward. But instead of getting injured, instead of giving up an open pass, I was able to pop right back up, be in position, prevent the pass, and walk away from it without any knee or hip injuries. I just had a little bit of hamstrings tightness. The reason I was able to do that is not luck. It's because I specifically train these positions regularly, but not just these positions, the function of the joints to allow them to get into the positions in the first place. Let me explain. So to get to this position and to change directions effectively, we need hip internal rotation. A great way you can work on that is first, really simple, sit, rotate your hip internally and out. Focus on using your hip muscles. This is an initial thing that you can do regularly to get some improvements and then to maintain, but we want to get a little bit more specific. So if I want this to improve, I'm also going to spend extra time and energy in internal rotation. This is internal rotation here, and if I go here, I wind up a little more. So what I like to do, I'm going to show you this so you can visualize a little bit, is I push down through my ankle, trying to pry my knee up. Okay? Now I'm going to take this hand and I'm going to push it down, so I'm fighting. I'm driving with my hip, I'm pushing with my arm, and I'm going to fight there for 10 to 15 seconds and then reverse the effort and use my hip muscles to pull down. Then what I like to do, rotate my body further so that I can't bring that hip down. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to push, fight, 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 and the focus is hip, not knee. So hip muscles now, I'm trying to pull down toward the ground like that. That is going to help improve hip internal rotation. And when that improves, this becomes easier. This becomes easier. I can move in so many different ways, putting less stress on my hip, my knee, and my ankle. And like I explained, I can also move with power safely in different positions, in more positions. So to review quickly, basic rotational movement for the joint. Then we're going to do a little bit more intense movement specifically to that range we want to improve, spending time, spending energy there, and then we can spend more time and more energy practicing more specifically to what we're going to be doing on the field. I hope that made sense, and I hope that illustrates how important mobility training is, where we are specifically strengthening our joints to reduce pain, improve health, and improve performance. If your body doesn't have the ability to move a certain way, that's not going to get better if you don't specifically spend significant time and energy on it consistently.